Hi everybody, this is Zaylin
and Amaris
from LittleNerdyAX, and welcome to another episode of Review Friends, where we just got through seeing Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales, right? Okay,
wow.
Cool. And so just to round out our guests here, we have...
I'm Julius Purples, aka Aaron, aka DJ Go Plated. You guys know the routine by now. Check my album 2020, R&B Delight, coming to 2024.
R&B
That's the name, 2024. Okay, you're okay. 7 years in advance. And then we also have Soul.
Yeah, that's it. Not complicated.
All right, so for those of you who are not familiar with the video format, basically we start with the non-spoiler version where we give a rating, talk about a few things or whatever. And then after that, if you look in your top left corner, there will be a change to spoiler versions where we start telling all the secrets, spilling all of the tea, and what other metaphors do I got here?
That's good.
Crumbling all them cookies.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Crumbling the cookies? I like that.
So, without further ado, let's just get everybody's initial impressions and ratings, starting with...
I always go first, guys.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. I gotta bring the energy out the top. Okay, everybody's a little flat.
This movie is the fault of this movie.
Ooh.
Okay, so I don't really care about the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise like that, but I saw this movie because I appreciate the spectacle. I appreciate, the budget, and I appreciate doing reviews with these fine people. The movie was fun, and if you can hear the way I said that, it had weaknesses. It had some plot points that didn't make sense. The chemistry between the new cast wasn't great.
Yeah.
Villain, incredible.
Yeah.
Special effects, incredible. Soundtrack, really good as usual. Powerful and triumphant and very quest-worthy. Set design, beautiful. Attention to detail on all the costumes, lovely. Just the chemistry between the two young people, fucking whatever their names are, Karina and Henry. Not great. But the motivation's a little weak in these kind of things. Like I said, if you're gonna see it, don't pay for it in IMAX. It's not worth it.
No, save your money.
Save your money.
Go to a matinee.
Like, just pay normal prices. If you're a big fan of the franchise, if this is gonna be your first kind of coming into the franchise, it's probably not gonna do a lot for you because there's a lot of specific callbacks.
Yeah.
That didn't click for me that I had to learn after the fact. So yeah, good movie, not bad. It's not a bad movie. It's just, it's not mind-blowing. It's kind of slow in points. Pacing is a little weird. Right when you think they're getting into it, they take a long-ass step back and then reel it back up.
Very slow step back.
Right? And then they bring you back in. You're like, okay, I'm back. The music's dum-dum, dum-dum, dum-dum. I'm like, okay, we're back. And then it goes quiet again. So yeah.
What's your star rating?
It's a chuggable rating.
If you enjoy the franchise, go see the movie. Stay consistent with your fandom. I'll give it a solid 2.5, maybe 3 stars out of 5.
So is it a 2.5 or a 3? Commit. Gotta commit.
I
Don't you
like
give it a 2.5, 2.8.
2.5, man. 2.5 stars out of 5. Yeah, see it if you're a fan of the franchise. If you're not following it, it's not worth the spectacle because it's not that great.
Yeah.
Okay. So I feel like I've seen every Pirates of the Caribbean movie. I feel like it. The reason I say that is because...
You thought, girl. You tried it.
The reason I say that is because I do tend to forget the plots, but that isn't anything against pirates or whatever. It's just in general. I just forget certain things in general. But the movie itself, again, kind of, doubling, what Purples said.
Just say my name was Aaron.
This person said over here. Visually, it was good. Every character, I was looking at their costumes or whatever, and there was a lot of thought, to kind of convey who they were. So the costume it's always just amazing. The villain Salazar is by far the standout for me. The actor's performance, obviously, just great, but then also just all the effects are added to him and the people associated with him, his crew and everything like that. It was great. You see the trailer, you see him, and you go see the Pirates movie. That's what I was going to say. I wasn't initially going to see the movie, but then when the option came up to go watch it, I was like, sure, why not?
Because I'd love to see it.
And you know what?
And I'm regretting that $20 I just spent.
I agree. Speaking of $20, You don't have to see this in IMAX. You don't have to see it in 3D if
Please.
there is a 3D screening.
don't.
There may be a couple of moments where they were like, this is a 3D shot, but you don't go to the movie to see those one shots or whatever. And I highly recommend that you know something about the series before watching this film.
watch all of them.
I forgot
Watched all the rest of them.
of the first 4 films, and so I came in here and I was like, I don't know what's going on. To be quite honest, I actually did get kind of bored a lot of times, and I fell asleep during multiple times during the film. So again, at first I was like, maybe because I had some before, but I hadn't eaten before, so I was alert going in. I was excited, but I literally just got kind of bored. And there were things they were throwing out there that again were probably significant for the franchise, but as a story standing alone by itself, I wasn't really digging it. And it just was really boring. I know that in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to forget the film. So, let's give me a Zaylen first. But I'm going to give it just a straight out 2 out of 5 chokables for me.
Okay.
Yeah. But you can bring your family. Like, kids, like there were kids in front of us, they enjoyed it. So, for kids, definitely a family movie or whatever. You don't need to know what's good.
Simple-minded youth.
Shade.
You don't need to know a lot what's going on. Like, if you just want to see some really cool effects and like Salazar's thing, like his whole entire crew, everything like that, like this movie visually on point. But that's what you expect from a Pirates film.
So I was the one that kind of wanted to see this because I kind of generally enjoy the Pirates franchise. I thought I had seen all of them. Apparently, I missed about 2 in between here that I did not see.
Or she didn't remember.
I didn't remember. But I like the ride at Disneyland. I like the feeling of this world a lot for some reason. So that's why I wanted to see it. And also the villain is what really sold me on 186. I really loved the way they did the effects where he looks like he's just always floating in water. It's like, ooh, that hit me on a real level for whatever reason. I don't know. But there were a lot of problems. I did end up getting bored kind of early on. And like it kind of started off. The first few scenes started off with a lot of WTF moments. Like, what? How is this happening? We'll get into it in the spoiler version of this review. But I will also I'm going to give it a 2.5. Because definitely the visual spectacle was there. What's bumping it up from like a 1.52 to a 2.5 was the villain. Yep. Because he was great. But I don't need to reiterate everything that these guys said for this point. It was 2.5. Villain was good. Everything else is kind of like, You know what? Side note, I think that they wrote this in the way that some people approach like cartoons for kids, where they're like, they just kind of like, the kids aren't going to ask why this is happening or why isn't this happening. And I think that's kind of how they wrote it. But anyway, 2.5.
All right, so like y'all just said everything I wanted to say.
That's
I don't
fine.
want to sound redundant, but it had so much potential. There
Yeah.
were so many peaks that just fell flat.
Yeah.
It's just, it was really disappointing because I was just like, I was so excited to watch it.
Yeah.
I thought I watched all 4. I guess I didn't watch the last one.
I was remembering
Yeah.
these previous movies.
Or I'm
I
just really, my
I'm pretty sure I saw the
memory's
first 3, but I guess I must have missed one.
I don't know.
was
Yeah,
sad.
it's just like, I don't know. I'm not really
Yeah.
sure. But like overall, there's just so much potential.
Yeah.
But I would overall rate it a 1.5.
Woo!
Only because I just like I think my expectations
#woo
were really high. I think
Right?
and there were so many like high moments and then like so many blank spots and then there's so many times they could have had a good solid story and then like, they just kind of gave it, like she said, they write it like for children. So I don't know. It's very sad.
I don't even want to say that it's like written for children because there's a lot of good things for children. Like it's just, you know what it is? It's not written for children. A part of it, and again, no disrespect to the screenplay or anything like that or whatever, but a part of it did feel like it was just written for like certain gags or certain jokes or whatever, and it didn't matter how it tied in cohesively with the overall feel and tone and pacing of the story. And I think that is what, I don't want to say laziness, but you can find other words for laziness. That's what it felt like with the story. I felt like the story was either kind of rushed, or because of whatever background political stuff or whatever, things were taken out or readjusted or cut and plugged because something about it wasn't gelling right. But they gave you after seeing it, looking in the back, you're like, there's a lot of things here that could have just gone so right. Like it had so much potential.
Good potential.
I'm glad you said that potential.
When I see a movie with, like I said, this is similar to my Ghost in the Shell review. Go back, there'll be a link in the description if you want to watch that.
Future statement. Put that link.
Talk about it. Anyway, when I see a movie with this kind of budget and this kind of quality set design and all the pieces around it and everything around it is so quality.
Yeah.
But then like the directorial choices or editing choices or writing choices fall short. Like, I don't think there's a bunch of just shitty writers making $100 million movies. To me, this feels like, when I see movies like this, it feels like corporate interference.
Oh.
It feels like executive producers or whoever, I don't know.
Or actor scandal.
Right? Or actor scandal. Whatever's happening are outside of the actual need to create art. Is interfering with making a good product. Or this is just, let's just cash a check. We want to make some more toys or whatever it is. You know what I mean? It just didn't, like, the art of making a good movie was there, but it just wasn't put together right now.
Wow. So that's our overview. If you haven't seen it, go and see. If you're planning on seeing it, now would be the time. I would just say stay around for the spoiler version because, you know,
It'll be better.
it'll be better.
Because we figured out the movie that they should have wrote.
Which
we'll go into.
Yeah, we'll go into towards the end. Yeah.
But I mean, like you guys don't
pay a lot of money.
Don't pay a lot of money to see this.
Wait till it
movie.
comes out on Netflix. How about that?
If nobody likes pirates,
Red Box it.
I pay $1 for sure.
But if you love it, go see it.
That's what I'm saying. If you're a
if
fan
you're
of
the franchise,
this movie will satisfy you.
It'll be important.
Right? But at the same time, if you're not and you're just like, you wanted to go see a movie with spectacle,
do not see this movie if you are not a Pirates fan. Or if you're familiar with the franchise, just don't see it. It's not. Yeah, because you will not know what's going on.
Or at least watch the first
ending scenes, which we need to
Ooh, girl, I laughed out loud and I felt kind of bad afterwards because I was like, anyway, let's get to the spoiler version.
Okay, so you guys, we're gonna switch to a spoiler version.
I'm
bursting. And we're in it.
Okay, so film overview. I'm gonna try to take this methodically. Okay.
No, don't be methodical.
I'm gonna give you an overview.
The plot's very simple, guys.
Basically, we have Will Turner's son who wants to break his father's curse, and he needs the trident of Poseidon or something like that.
Poseidon?
Poseidon?
Poseidon.
We're already more entertaining than the film.
Poseidon is a new Pokemon. It's a
Poseidon, I choose you.
Poseidon. Ooh, girl.
Done.
Ooh, girl. You tried it.
Hashtag ooh, girl.
Poseidon. Guys, if you know how to spell Poseidon, please leave it down in the comments down below.
I was like, I missed that part. I mean, I know I went to sleep, but damn.
Okay, Poseidon's trident, okay, to break all the curses of the sea, which I didn't realize it was all the curses of the sea until they said it at the end. And so that sets this little kid on a 9-year quest to find a way to find this, and Jack Sparrow is the key. Now,
why is Jack Sparrow the key?
Because he has a compass that will lead...
to the heart's desire.
Okay, so I guess he's looking for the compass then.
He's looking for the compass, which he knows was last imposition of Jack. I guess it's the best way.
Because if he finds the compass, he can find the Poseidon because that's his truest desire.
Yeah. But in terms of the villains, the villain has a vendetta against Jack Sparrow because Jack Sparrow essentially caused his downfall. He was a captain, a Spanish captain, who was basically ridding the seas of piracy. And he almost achieved it, and then young Jack Sparrow with some interesting looking CG, not bad, but kind of like a little uncanny valley. But basically foils that, gets him trapped into like a cave triangle of the sea or whatever they called it.
Devil's Triangle.
Devil's Triangle.
I got one name right.
They couldn't license Bermuda Triangle apparently.
Why even make it a triangle?
You can't, but you don't have to license the Bermuda Triangle.
I don't know why they invent a new ocean triangle.
Because we're not in this world.
But anyway, so he get the captain and his ship basically get destroyed in the Devil's Triangle, and now they become cursed. And so they become this really dope like zombie.
They're like in a perpetual state of drowning. But the way it was shown, which I think led to a lot of designs, is some of them like somehow please explain this. When they went into the triangle, there were things on the floor that caused their ship to explode with fire underneath. It was for the gunpowder. Okay,
but the ocean lit up. It was lit up with fire.
No, it was a reflection of the fire from the boat.
Oh,
maybe. But basically, what was happening was whatever state they were in when this happened is a state they've been they pretty much stayed in.
Yeah.
So like some of them were like blown into pieces. Some of them the torsos were blown off and they just had a hat on.
faces
So
and stuff.
that became the character, which to me was a really cool like.
It was really
it looked
well
like
designed.
Salazar's freaking water weave.
Yeah.
ghost,
I want to get one of those.
but real talk, in back on mine with these drag queens thing, it looked like really just like had his like edges blown off.
Yeah.
Like right here,
Legit.
edges just blown
He just
off.
had like a mohawk flowing in the wind. But anyway, so
and he was also like kind of. He had everybody in the crew had issues.
Yeah.
His
but they
crutches were
fierce.
Swords. Like,
When your crutches are swords, you're gangster.
So then the girl component to this
component.
Yeah,
Insert girl component.
The female component is an orphaned girl who was left at the doorstep of an orphanage, whatever, with like a book from Galileo Galilei with a ruby on it, who apparently Galileo not so much concerned with just mapping the stars, but looking for a treasure. So that's the whole reason that he mapped these stars, was to find a treasure, whatever.
Interesting.
So she's had this, thing. She's I can't remember the term.
Horologist.
Horologist,
She's
which is the study of
astrologist.
time, and that was the only real joke in the whole movie. But anyway, so
My mother was a horologist.
yeah, but she's real intelligent, but they want to hang her as a witch. So basically they have to escape all that. And so now the four of them, through a series of events, three, come together to find the trident. And Barbosa's
Barbosa's a box.
Barbosa
who has the most fabulous wig.
Ooh, legit. It was
all
like
the gold and
My
everything.
thing was, how did they get his eyes to look bloodshot?
I was thinking about that too during the
contact?
movie. I think it was a contact.
Or could have been a fact.
Anyway, back to the fact. This is the longest, whatever. So he becomes part of this situation because Salazar is destroying ships on the sea, and some of his fleet have been destroyed. And so he goes to a random ass witch, and
I need to talk to you.
who somehow comes in the possession of Jack's compass, which he trades for alcohol, but we never know how she actually gets the compass in her possession.
And they literally say in the script that
witches have their ways.
Like,
What? That's not a good excuse, but anyway. So
witches have their ways.
Fill that plot hole with cement.
I mean, I feel like she wasn't even present in any of the movies before, but so basically she gives Barbosa the compass and tells him, you gotta have to stop. This is how you're gonna save your ships from Salazar or whatever. You gotta find.
Make a barter with went to go barter with Salazar. Like, I can help you find Jack with this compass if you.
Side note, I just remembered because she said that blood is owed when you cross my doorstep, and it'll eventually come due, and that's why he dies at the end, probably.
Yeah, that's cool.
That.
Too bad they didn't tie that in.
Spoiler alert, he dies at the end in
like
the worst,
sucker.
most unnecessary
He does the motherfucking Titanic like fading into the
Anyway,
ocean.
so pretty much now they go on this
I'll save it.
they go on this trip to get the trident, and everybody is conversion. There's a useless ass British fleet that has no point. Just no point for them to be in this movie at all. Just annoyance.
They're just bodies.
And then how does it go? So basically, Barbosa does a deal with Salazar, and then kind of like goes back on it because now they all want the trident. They meet at the place where the trident is, at this diamond island.
That's a reflection of the sky.
Side note, Barbosa is the girl's father.
Barbosa. Okay,
Barbarossa.
do you?
I don't know. I can't remember this man's name. So then we got this Prince of Egypt, parting of the seas.
Every ocean movie ever.
Yeah, right. So not Barbosa. Sparrow and the girl slip down into the place. They see the trident. There's a battle. Somehow, out of nowhere, Salazar possesses the guy, Henry, the son of Will Turner.
He could do that,
wasted plot move.
Yeah, which never happens anywhere else in the movie except for at the end.
Wasted move.
Fight a little bit, and then they figure out that the way to break all the sea curses is to destroy the trident, which is powerful. I mean, Barbosa or whatever gets it at one point, just starts, slinging Jack.
Childish.
And slinging Jack around. Like, you could have killed him immediately.
20 years you've been waiting to revenge.
Yeah, the most powerful object of the ocean, and you choose to just
swing him around. Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
So they break the trident, and the book is apparently magically strong. Galileo was weaving some kind of Jesus hair magic into this book because it Salazar stabs him. Like, this is a gun
Stabbing Sparrow. He stabs Sparrow.
Stabs Sparrow
with a magical god trident from the Greek god
Poseidon. And it's stopped by a book.
A book
it's
like an inch and a half thick.
A 30-page ass book.
Yes.
A 30-page
leather-bound book.
Leather-bound book. The ruby's not even there. The
That's
ruby didn't
soaking wet. Continue.
Come on. Talk about it. So somehow that stops it. Then a regular ass human ass sword
Is this a
breaks the trident.
Yeah.
Henry comes because they figure out Henry and Coronet, whatever her name is.
Split the seed.
Karina. There was a riddle on the book, and it was like to whatever divide the whatever. I can't remember how it went, but the word was divide, and they're like divide means break, and so they go.
They did it like this too. They like looked at each other. It was like divide means break.
That wasn't the line.
Much nicer than that.
Barely nicer than
that. So Henry takes this janky ass sword that has been rusted and crusted and not sharpened because it's on a ghost ship or whatever, and he breaks the Poseidon
one strike.
Poseidon
small man breaks the trident with one strike. The most powerful object in the ocean.
Like
a divine object.
The
Something of the god of water. It breaks it in one strike, and then everything starts to unfold, and every curse.
So Salazar and his crew come back to life.
And they're,
I legit was happy for them when they came out. I wanted them to live. But anyway, so they start to drown. The seas start to slowly close in. And so now, here comes Barbossa on a big-ass anchor.
The Black Pearl's anchor, right?
The Black Pearl's anchor. It's a huge anchor, too.
That's like maybe like a mile long.
Bigger than this. Legit. It was real big.
Why didn't they just like go in the water and just swim up?
Boom. Also, side note, they didn't slide down that far. I mean, they're not that far from the land that they slid down on. Why don't you just run back
up? The coast.
But whatever. So here comes Barbossa on this anchor, swinging through the ocean, the divide, and trying to
saving the day.
Yeah, catching Jack and catching Henry and Karina. Okay, but Salazar realizes what's happening, and so he's like, he grabs onto the bottom.
He's fast too, by the way.
Yeah, I wish he would have lived. He holds on to the bottom of the anvil. And so now
chilling,
not even not really doing too much.
He was kind of reaching up, like, "Yo, take me with you, B."
Yeah, right.
He's like, "I'm human now."
And all his people are like, "Captain!" But they were happy for him to get up there. But so anyway, Balboa realizes this. Okay, I cannot understand that. He realizes this is happening. Oh, by the side note, Karina and Balboa. I already said this. Okay, they're father and daughter. I already said that. So anyway, she realizes it though when she almost falls and he catches her and she sees a tattoo of the stars that were the same on her book.
Super convenient.
Real convenient. Never in any of the other movies, but whatever. Papa? So she realizes this is my dad, and he's like, he's like, yes, I'm your dad.
He's like, you caught me.
Yeah. But then here comes Salazar supposedly threatening her. He kind of was like. Old man jigging with the sword, like almost trying to lift it up, couldn't really quite get it up there, and he's like, "No, not today, bitch, Balboa." And so he grabs the sword from somebody, Henry, Jack Sparrow, he grabbed it with his foot.
No. Jack Sparrow flicked the sword out of Henry's sheath.
Oh, and he just
drops it.
I didn't realize it was happening.
And then drops it to Barbossa.
Barbossa. Thank you. Who drops off of the anvil? Who lets in a damn Titanic move, lets go of the anvil, and charges down at Salazar and stabs him in the chest.
And then it couldn't knock niggas.
This is the part where I had to laugh out loud because it was like
three separate shots
of Barbossa, and looking at his daughter real peaceful in the face,
and then cut back to the daughter. No, cut back to him. No, cut back to the daughter. No.
And when this was first happening, I laughed out loud. I was the loudest person in the theater, and I think I was the only one that I felt bad. I had to lean into Zaylin.
I laughed. I was just I looked at it.
This is ridiculous.
Why?
And they kept going back to him falling in the ocean. The end was real cheese-tastic. So anyway, fast forwarding, they get out, the anvil gets out, then they realize that Barbossa is gone. Everybody takes off their captain's hats or whatever. Not their pirate hats. Then we cut forward, who knows how long, maybe a few months, I guess.
A day,
whatever. So then they're on a mysterious island. I don't know where we are most of this time. Beautiful island. I don't know where we are. Looks like it could be tropical Ireland or something like that. And so Henry and Corona are.
Karina.
I can't remember.
Is it
I'm not even playing. You guys might think I'm trying to overdo this
No.
joke. I legit can't remember these people's names. But so they're walking, and they have a terrible, cringe-worthy exchange where he's about to kiss her, and she slaps him. But she's like, I just want to make sure you won't possess
It was
my
like a super
guns.
cute scene.
It was so
She's
terrible.
a real person.
Right?
Bitch, we just.
Anyway, so they kiss. And then,
Out of
convenient.
nowhere.
Somehow this is the meeting island because here comes Will Turner, his dad.
Woo, scene
sailing off
two.
the
Second
ship.
time seeing him.
You know,
Son.
and like, how'd you break the cuss or whatever? And then so they turn around, and here comes whatever
Keira
the hell her
Knightley
name is,
running
Keira
into the
Knightley.
planes.
Okay.
She looked like she came right out of Pride and Prejudice.
By the way,
Legit.
Kira, your hairline, baby girl. Never do that
Don't
hairstyle
let them smack
again.
your edges, baby. So she comes running. She runs for like a mile, legit, to get to Will,
Okay,
and they
Will.
embrace,
And they have, like,
and they
this
kiss.
passionate
Yeah. And then you see Jack Sparrow looking at him from the
Like, that's
Game of Thrones.
And so then everybody is like, Jack Sparrow on the ship or whatever. I can't remember how that part ended, and everybody's happy that he's the captain. And now he's talking about, I think he has the book now or something. Or the cup is.
We
He
got
talks about
rendezvous.
beyond the horizon, bitch. So I'm like, are we going to space? Like, what's happening?
No,
What's
he's
beyond
gonna
the horizon?
rendezvous with some other person that he has a bunch of history with that was never been in the franchise.
Oh Lord, so many of these moments. So
Yeah.
anyway, that's generally what happened in this movie. This is real
That
long.
was
Good
specific.
She got
luck.
detailed. Okay, so guys, hot take, real quick hot take. Never in a movie ever does it work to have someone fade away with the Titanic death scene. It's always corny.
It's so
always
corny.
cheesy. It never works. It always looks stupid on
Don't
film.
do it again.
Never have anybody fading and doing in the ocean ever.
Looking at their loved one.
Like, nigga, you could have grabbed the chain.
You didn't have to do it.
You could have thrown the sword like a spear. You're a professional pirate.
Right.
You could have jumped down, killed him, grabbed
Grab
back
onto the
on.
bottom, right?
You could have swung down.
You could have grabbed her, pulled her up real quick so she could grab on the chain, and then you slide down and you start battling.
Right, or Sparrow or Henry, one of those buff humans, you grabbed her and you
Or you could give her the sword and let her slide down.
because she's a capable person. She's
Oh,
traveled
no. In this movie, I learned that the women are only good for books. They run into the woods. They get
Books
captured
and high
easily,
cleavage.
and they are high cleavage, and they
And
do
people
not
get
mind.
about equals.
And they do not mind taking off their clothes in a boat to go swim in white clothing.
Well, let's do this. Let's start with the little bit that we did like, and then we'll get into what we
Okay.
did not like.
So
Okay.
I'll start
Okay.
because it's very
Very specific.
Nah. So there was only like one good scene.
Damn.
There's one scene
Oh
that
my
was
gosh.
really
Chop.
good.
To chop or not chop?
Yeah, the really good scene was the scene with the guillotine, where Jack Sparrow and Coronetta are.
I've infected you. I'm sorry. I've infected you.
Well,
with a tooth.
I can't. That's not the go.
he lost a tooth.
Coronetta.
Guys, I thought he lost a tooth.
that's what you're doing.
Did this guy just lose a tooth?
On camera. I couldn't do it.
Girl,
I couldn't
clutch
do
my
it.
pearls.
You're like
Are you
Coronetta.
putting that back in your pocket right now?
Yes, I am. Again, this is more amusing than the movie was.
That made you lose all your teeth. Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Coronetta.
Okay, so
Coronetta.
Coronetta's about to get hung, and Jack Sparrow's in a guillotine. He's like doing it. There's two heads in the barrel.
So they're having like a across the
and so
hanging
then
place.
somebody
they're having, like, a
swings down,
conversation.
and anyway, basically, it's like the part where this is Jack Sparrow, right? It's like near death life, living near death living based on pure luck.
Yeah.
This Jack Sparrow like luck thing that he's
So
been gifted
explain what's
with.
happening.
So he's swinging like almost like a swing, like rotating around this,
Locked into this guillotine.
locked into this guillotine, and obviously when the swing goes up, the guillotine almost comes down, and it
It's
swings back and down, and he almost gets his head cut off. It's hilarious. It's chaotic. Things are being fought around him. He's just in this swing, fucking almost dying, and then like he falls out. Now he has like a board strapped to his chest, and he's running around. Like that's the Jack Sparrow I like, right? Like he's innovating on the spot, and he's kind of doing like a weird pirate parkour.
Yeah.
Like that's like the best bit of the movie, right? I was like, that's what
That's your best Jack Sparrow.
That's what pirates.
that's what pirates is, right? The
Yeah.
chaos of multiple things happening, and they're all trying to escape the British, and weird things are happening. Like that's, and then I was like, okay, maybe it was just slow in the beginning, And then like that was it. Like that was kind of it. You know, the rest of the movie was kind of dry. There were other little cool moments, other little like funny little quips. Another highlight scene was obviously like pretty much every scene with the villain in it.
Every scene.
Yeah. A really cool scene is obviously the one where like him and his zombie horde are like running on the ocean chasing Jack Sparrow.
See the trailer.
Yeah.
Super intense. It's in the trailer. And then where he has like
Sharks.
Barbossa's like crew, and they're like bartering, and he goes, "Well, hurry up and say what you have to say, because every time I tap my sword, someone on your crew is gonna die." And he's like, "What? Cool." And he tapped the sword, someone dies. And then he says something, "Cool, I like your idea." Boom, boom, and he just kills 2 more people. I'm like, "Oh shit!"
And then he kind of like does like a little.
And then he goes, and he goes like,
it's
like, "I agree to your terms. Let's go find Jack Sparrow." Dun 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 dun, and then he kills like 7 more people. I was like,
"Yep,
whoa,
that's
badass!"
A bad guy, yeah.
He's a bad guy. He's a villain. You know, and that was it. That was the parts that I liked.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It was beautifully shot too.
Yeah, it was. I mean, again, visually is probably the highlight for me. I don't really have anything else really to say about the story because I'm going to forget it. I'm probably forgetting it as I speak.
You were asleep through
Because I was like, I would come in, I would like, is something happening? No, and it was gone. I'm like, I have to review this.
$20 now.
I really, you know what? It was a lot of things just weren't. There wasn't enough stimulation. I think things weren't.
This is good things. Good things.
Yes. So I really enjoy.
But on a scale of $5 to $20 naps.
Look, you know what? The good thing about this is that if you do want to take your kids somewhere, but you want to take a nap, this is a good movie to do. So they can be entertained, they can swing by while you're like chilling in the back, just looking at the.
Yeah, and you don't have to worry about there being anything too.
Yeah, it's not graphic. You know, it's an American film, so a lot of people die. Like death is like people are like you said, tap tap. But the villain is probably the highlight for me. Salazar was just everything from his design, the way he handled his crew, the whole culture around him. He was a no-nonsense. He was a pirate out there on a mission. It's kind of funny because even though, well, I guess he wasn't technically a pirate, but he did have pirate mannerisms in a way because of what he had become. I don't quite understand the chemistry, magic, sorcery that happens in the Devil's Triangle that makes people that die in there turn into these almost godlike, beings of destruction. But he was probably the best sea zombie I could have ever imagined, and the way he, the sharks and just all the bits about him, and I kind of would like to see more of him. Even if it's just like tales of him trying to find Jack and just encountered him because he was a really whoever came with this character. Very good job. Salazar, you were the highlight for me.
Absolutely.
You were the reason I had kept my eyes open. The moment he was gone, I was time to go to sleep. Yeah.
Salazar also, he was the reason I came to see the movie, was to see how this character plays out. And I feel like they could have used him more. I mean, it wasn't like he wasn't present for the movie. Like, he was definitely a force in the movie, but I felt like I wanted to see more. What you're saying is that
he's good, and you wish that there was more good in the movie.
I want to see more of him. Yeah, exactly. I want to see more of him. I definitely liked that character. I'm trying to see if was there anything else that I really liked about this. Obviously, it was beautifully shot. Usually, I like the character of Jack Sparrow. I didn't dislike him, but he just didn't really do anything for me.
There was nothing innovative about his character.
He was just there.
They didn't push the depth any further. They didn't show the motivation for him as a pirate. When they flashed back to him as being young, I was like, oh, they're going to tell me about why he chose to be a pirate.
Like, that would have been good. That would have been cool.
Nope.
But none of that. So basically, all I could think about liking in this movie was everything about the villain. Like, I liked the ship. I know there were some people who were kind of like, I'm not feeling the ship too much, but I liked the ship. Kind of ended up looking like it would like get up and open up and kind of consume other ships, and it kind of reminded me of a centipede, the way it looked, the way it
because all the different pieces of wood
and it's kind of coming down.
That motion.
I definitely liked his design, and I liked the way he did things. I liked everything about the crew. It was real good. It felt real good to me. For some reason, this crew felt real good, and I enjoyed it. That's it. Salazar.
Good stuff.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. I like the theme song too.
I mean,
the score was well.
Just because I was so disappointed, there's not a lot, but I did like the villain stuff, and I really liked the that shark scene.
Oh yeah.
The whole walking on the that whole scene, I like the whole thing. That's what made me want to watch the movie because I saw that in the trailer, and that ended up to be my favorite scene in the whole movie.
I also liked Salazar's backstory. I would have wanted to see more of that part too. That was a really interesting scene.
That full flashback sequence was super interesting to see, young Jack and then like his leadership qualities, and they always hint at like he comes from a line of really well-known pirates. Like,
oh, does he? I didn't know that was
like in the other movies, like his
and his uncle was there too.
His uncle and his father was like
Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney was his uncle.
Got that one scene.
What in jail? And the guards were so nice to let them have a conversation for us. Like,
Yeah.
they kept dragging.
Hold on, that's my uncle. You're gonna go die, man. Can I just talk to my uncle real quick? Alright, cool, B. Like,
but that was pretty much it though. Okay, we can get into the bad stuff now. Where do we?
I mean, like we kind of already summed the bad stuff. I'll jump in every now and then, but I just want to say, like again, like I kind of found the movie really kind of boring.
I want to get into some
And
issues.
I really would have liked it if things were just tied neater together. Like, because I kept forgetting. I was like, there were too many pieces in the story, and like this whole thing with the. If they were just like, if it was, I mean, literally, the film should have. I'm not gonna say it should have been. I think someone said that better, but like Henry, I'm gonna go save my dad. What do I need? I need the compass. Who has the compass? Jack Sparrow. And then like. It should have been that clear, but it felt so convoluted and confusing.
I didn't even know that was a thing though until.
That's what I'm saying.
I was like, the compass is important.
Yeah, but you don't know why. Like, because
on that item.
The compass is, a thing that follows the series or whatever. It's Jack's like iconic item or whatever. But it's like, I feel like with this being a new story and them trying to introduce a new cast with, Coronetta and
Henry.
Yeah, Henrocco. I felt like they should have maybe carried the story a little bit more with Jack Sparrow. I feel like Jack Sparrow was like seasoning just from the background because he really didn't.
He didn't have a reason. There was no reason.
Outside of it being like, "Oh, Osiris was coming for you," like he was just kind of like, "Oh, I need to find a way to survive," and that was just kind of it.
Wasn't deep enough.
That was it. Like,
caused more problems though, because him being with them caused Salazar to come from
They put
on the Triton in peace.
Jack Sparrow in this, he's supposed to be the trademark of the series, and I felt like he also was very absent from the series, and they
because he had no motivation. He had no reason to be.
So
that's why he felt absent.
Jack
Even though he was in almost every scene.
This movie could have been made without him. And to me, that's a problem.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say was like the kind of thing that we thought of, or maybe I thought of. I don't know if they want to co-sign.
I want to say that for the end. I want to get into the problems, and I want to say, and this is how we would have done it better.
Okay, we'll save it. Spoiler alert! Checking for the end of the video for the movie that we wrote.
Or that that Aaron started writing. But so basically,
we'll just react it out.
Yes.
Why is it Game of Thrones every time?
I don't know. You're ready. That's why it's coming up. It's coming up.
So basically, a lot of my issues were there were a lot of moments where it was like, what? How did we get here? How did we get to this point? How do we know this is happening? For example, the third scene. The third scene. Okay, is when Jack is introduced into the story. Oh. Basically, they find him in a safe, and it's said that this safe is like what, like a
1 ton unhackable.
Unhackable ton. And so somehow he's in it. No indication of how he's in this safe, but he's in there and with a random ass bitch who I didn't see until they said there's a woman in there. I didn't.
There's no way. Where is she hiding the safe? Whatever.
And I guess they were doing it in the safe, but whatever. So my issue was that 8 horses dragged not only this safe, but the damn house that the safe was in.
It was
the
entire
bank.
The whole bank.
And then they
on 8 horses though?
And they specifically said 1
ton.
Empirical English ton. I was like, and 8 horses.
8 horses, bro.
Jug and then pulled a fucking
and the horses
house off of a foundation.
Strong horses.
There were people riding the horses. It wasn't just like
not doubt the strength of a horse.
Also, it was moving so fast that men on foot couldn't keep up with the damn house moving through an island town
by horses.
Perfect. This is 1 ton. That house should have left, and the safe should have stayed.
Yes.
That right there let me know. Oh, girl, it's gonna be some problems in this. There's gonna be some problems in this. If 8 horses can drag this damn house,
problem
fast through this city.
Quickly.
Oh no, quickly.
People couldn't. It was like, did you see Fast and the Furious 5 when it took like 8 1,000 horsepower cars to drag a safe through Brazil? Like 8 million, and they were barely kind of getting away.
But we got 8 horses, right? Regular ass horses.
That's why I use it.
Some mares, okay? And so
that was Clydesdales.
It was just regular horses.
Okay?
So then another problem I had was, and these are maybe kind of specific, these are like really glaring holes where Jack's crew ends up abandoning him, and he only has like 5 dudes on a crew right now. So they end up abandoning him, and when Jack is about to be hung with the witch girl, or guillotined with the witch girl, all of a sudden, his crew is coming to help get him out because Henry.
Led by Henry.
And so we're like, whoa, where? How did
Henry find the crew?
Paid him like 30 silvers or whatever.
How did Henry?
How did Henry find the crew? See, one of the problems is we don't know spatially where anything is located with each other. So what we see of where Jack and his crew stay is on a, you see a bunch of trees around, so it looks like it's on the edge of an island, and it's a busted ass ship, okay? And we don't know where that hideout is in relation to the city where all of this stuff was kind of happening, the town where it was happening at the beginning, where everybody was going to get hung and where this girl was getting ready to get executed. So it's like, well, since we don't know where that is, we don't know how long it took Henry, because Henry legit barely just escaped, and it's like the next day everybody's getting killed. So Henry had enough time to locate this crew. How did he know Jack had this crew? How did he know that this was Jack's crew?
Yep.
How did you find these people? There's no indication of how he located Jack's crew, yet he also had 30 silvers. How are you a traitor and you've been locked up in a hospital and you barely escaped with your life? You washed up ashore, but you had 30 silvers or however many silvers to give this crew to help you get Jack out. There's a whole lot that does not make sense, but somehow that happened. Okay.
I didn't even go that deep. That shit is really frustrating.
It's like,
now that you explained it, I'm like, whoa, wait a second.
There's a lot of scenes.
There's a lot of stuff like
Which
that.
again makes me feel like this movie was kind of Frankenstein. Like they took a bunch of different pieces and like even like with the appearances of Orlando Bloom and Keira Knightley, like it just felt like it wasn't necessarily like it was almost
why
like
waste it? Like
it just
it's like that money.
and I don't know if it's because it just something about this movie. It's just not a lot of things are not cohesive.
Yeah, and just a lot of. I'm trying to remember some of the other issues that I had that were like, how are we here?
We already went over the physics of the divine trident versus the bastard sword.
Yeah, we did that. I don't have to go into all of them, but there were just a lot of these issues, and that's why I say it felt like not that they specifically wrote it for children, but that they approached it in the way that some people approach writing for children. And nobody's going to question it, nobody's going to notice it. It's just okay.
It is what it is.
Like the new witch. One of our friends saw it.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the way they did it was
a really interesting design. All the designs are beautiful, but it's like, who are you?
Yeah, who are you?
Who are you?
Also,
they don't want to kill her here.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So the British are killing witches and hunting a girl that's a scientist. Like, why don't they know the difference between a girl who's an astrologist and a witch?
Like you.
First of all,
she said that. Yeah, she said that. She's like, she's not a witch.
Yeah. Why do they? Anyway? So that's stupid as fuck. Then they know what a real witch is and what she does, and they're like, yeah, we gonna work with her.
We know where. Yeah, we're gonna work with. We know where this witch is. And wasn't the witch guarded by like British guards? Was that? She was like in jail.
Yeah.
But we just walking through because Barbosa bribed the guard because he went.
She was in jail.
She was in jail, but she had a whole setup. She had a whole setup, bro.
How do you
She just lived it because nobody
tried to touch this. If curses and potions and cauldrons like that, why are you going to give the one that's in jail everything she needs to? I don't understand.
I guess they said that. I guess she said that she alluded to the fact that anybody who comes into her place ends up dying or they have to pay with blood or whatever. But whatever. She's in jail, but they just let her run her business out of her jail. But
she was a very important character to push the story forward. The problem was that you realize that her importance as a character is really just the fact that she's just there to push the story forward and you never see her again. Because we even asked our friend that came with us, we were like, you've seen the previous movies. Is this a reoccurring character, or maybe we don't recognize because they were recasted and that? The character came out of nowhere. And did one of the
context to her power.
And represented one of the most important plot points, which was the compass.
And she just had it.
How did Barbosa even know to go like, I gotta see the witch? She's
I think he went there. Didn't he just go there for like advice or some shit?
It doesn't make any sense.
He grabbed the compass.
Exactly.
It
alludes to the fact that him and this witch knew each other. He said that he had helped her escape something.
Well, it failed. She's locked up.
I don't know if this is. But he saved her life somehow, and that's why. He knows who she is. She had the compass somehow, no indication of how she got this compass. If she's in jail and the compass was traded for alcohol in a pub that was then thrown into a box of other compasses, how did that happen?
I get it. I think my biggest problem with this movie is that everything is just convenient. Everything is just based on everything.
All the conflict is really, a lot of the conflict is really easily resolved.
Everything is made very trivial.
Yeah.
That's
By the way,
it.
another thing I had an issue with, and I'm gonna get over this in a second, but they go to an island. This is
no, I was going to say that one about the. Go ahead.
Do you want to say this one? Because I've been talking about. Do you want to talk about?
No.
So basically, they go to an island. Now, up to this point, the girl Corona is like, I'm chilling. I don't believe in any of this. What's her coronet?
Karina.
I actually know the name. I'm just being an asshole.
I actually mix them up. So Karina, up to this point, has been like, I'm not believing in the supernatural. I'm a woman of science, what have you. Henry is like, but I've seen ghosts. But she's like, you're crazy, whatever. So this is after the scene with the shark
conflict. That's
going
a real
over.
Weak attempted conflict.
Real weak, but it's like the shark. This is the scene where they're being chased by the shark and Barbosa's men. Salazar's men are running on the water chasing whatever. So they make it to the island. She jumps off to swim, which you guys know from the trailer. But basically, when they all get to the island, she's chilling, and then she realizes all these ghosts come. This is when we realize the ghosts can't step on land; they disappear, which is really a great thing they could have used differently. But whatever. So she sees these ghosts, and she's like, "Oh!" And so she gets up, and this bitch runs into the forest.
Jungle.
Why do we do this? Can't we run along the beach at least so you can still you can see? But she runs into the jungle, into the forest, and she gets captured by a net. Now
a random
net. Like so, it
on
looks
a
like
random island.
on a random island.
We are now on a decline of the story because it gets worse.
Like it does, and
Bad.
so not only that, I'm thinking like, oh, are these like island natives that captured her? Or whatever?
Right, because random island, indigenous in the jungle, setting up for the prey.
No, it's like a cult living on this island. I don't know if they're actually called. It's like, what is it called? Some Hangman's Wharf or something.
It was like Hangman Island or something like that. Visitors welcome, something like that.
Visitors not welcome. Don't come here or whatever. So basically, she gets captured. Jack and Henry wander into the forest looking for her, and they also get captured.
Right next to her.
Now, come to find out.
What you think was gonna happen doesn't happen.
Yeah, because
you think that indigenous were gonna come up.
Yeah.
Like tribal people.
Exactly. No, it's a group of,
pirates?
I don't even know. They
just crazy looking people.
Okay, guys, this is not a racist thing. Like stinky white people.
Like and it's like, but like the people of the time where they're wearing those kind of clothes, they're messed up, but they're like bar winches and all this kind of stuff. Dresses, and they're under a big animal bone. We don't know what kind of animal this is.
Like
it's
a whale, skeleton, or something like that.
Yeah, something like dinosaur or something like that. And basically, this man begins to allude, the leader of this group
Here it comes.
begins to allude to the fact that Jack owes him something.
Who are you?
And I'm thinking, because I'm realizing that maybe I didn't see the last movie. Maybe this is the person in the last movie.
Maybe it was in the last movie and don't remember.
So
like
he's
witch.
talking about, you owe me something and you better pay me or whatever. And the way he wants Jack to repay him is to marry his ugly, scaby ass, diseased looking sister who's a widow. Yeah. And of course Jack is like not about that life. And that was kind of amusing the way he was reacting to it. But then I got angry because I found out after the movie that man does not appear anywhere else in the series.
Brand new.
He's brand new. I could now in the comments below, if the person who told us that person does not exist, let us know.
Please let us know what's crazy.
I'm really hoping this man appears somewhere and he gets screwed over by Jack, but they don't mention anything.
But they also mention the fact that Jack slept with his sister.
Oh. Really?
There's not. He
I don't know.
That
didn't happen.
Okay.
His sister's a widow.
He's like literally disgusted by her.
Yeah. She looked real sick, like real.
Oh, that's what I thought
all
happened.
kinds
He slept
of
with my sister and ran off and left her with
face.
some baby.
Like no. She was the widow. The kids are from.
Oh shit!
I mean, whether that guy existed in another movie or not, like. That movie, the movie could have done without that.
Because then Balboa comes in.
It was a device.
It was a device
for Barbarossa to catch up with Jack.
But the way they could have done that was completely X out all of those people, and just when she runs off into the forest, boom, she runs into Barbosa and his crew on the island.
Or Barbosa could have been right behind, tailing Salazar's fleet, and they just went on land instead.
Because Barbosa and Salazar were working together.
They were working together.
They knew where they were going.
He found, so he could have gotten to the island. So like the whole.
I was gonna say something. I was like, it's no point me talking about it because it's irritating.
And I think it's because they wanted to put this funny scene of Jack not wanting to marry this ugly woman, this nasty woman. But I feel like if you want to put that scene in, you can put it in when he wanders into the bar. He could have traded the.
You know what would have been funny if it was actually like a tribal woman, and she was gorgeous, and they were like, you trespass on our land, you're gonna marry her.
Right?
And he was like, I'm gonna stay.
Yeah.
And the Barbosa shows up. He's like, no, wait.
Yeah,
that would have been
better.
Oh,
That would have been better if it was actually, and it wasn't somebody who had a connection to
it was just like
Jackie. There wasn't any past debt owed. It was just like you trespass on her land, and the way you have to do is you have to marry this whatever.
I need everything that we're saying doesn't make any sense. I need someone I need someone from our audience to really just go in. I need that hardcore Pirates fan to come in and
prove us all wrong.
correct us wrong, because
all of
it doesn't make any sense that all of this just got through and was okay to be in the final product. There's too many like loose ends, and I even wonder like is there a certain point where you're making a film, you're looking at things and you're watching it, you're just kind of like,
whatever,
doesn't make
push
any
it through.
sense?
Yeah.
It'll make sense in post.
Or it's just like, well, this check is good, check cash,
I
whatever.
hope they cut things that explain certain things out.
Like if you're gonna keep the damn scene with the wedding to take out some shit that could have explained a plot hole. Come on, guys.
Or what is the scene with the wedding? Just like a thing where it's like maybe some like exec was like, I want there to be a wedding where he's forced to marry an unattractive woman and he fights back. And like, happens, like you gotta do it. They're like, just squeeze it in here. You know, it wasn't necessary. It just there was no value to it. It was convenient.
Yeah, and like we said, I think one of the main things was the problem was that Jack just had no reason to be there. He had no motivation. There was nothing tying him to the goals of Henry or the girl, even though he had connections to both of those lines of story, because Will Turner obviously was a compatriot. I don't know if they were friends, but he rolled with Will Turner. Will Turner saved him. He saved him. Whatever.
Yeah.
They've been together for like 2 movies at least.
They're road dogs.
They were road dogs. So it'd be like, oh, you're the son of Will Turner, because that's even how Will Turner got connected to Jack, because he was the son of some crew member of Jack's. So it's like, I'm interested in helping you break this curse for Will, and then the girl is connected to Balboa because that's his daughter. And they have this kind of like frenemy sort of relationship, back and forth, enemies to friends or whatever. So it's like there's ways to connect Jack into the story emotionally, because the problem was he's the main character, but the emotional thrust of the story and the goal thrust of the story did not come from him. It came from 2 weak side characters that were not really compelling enough to, whatever. So all that said, does anybody else have anything they want to say before I turn it over to Aaron to kind of give us his?
Because we can talk about it.
We can talk about this all day long, but he proposed something real quick.
Quick.
I
I had a half a beer and some fried fish, and I was like, this is how the movie should have went. So it should have been Will's son Henry. No, what did I say? Jack is being hunted by the damn Spanish people, the Salazar, right? Because maybe he still gets drunk and hands the compass over or whatever. He's like, "Fuck this compass! I'm at my end's wit." That's the beginning.
We could have given him a better emotional thing where he doesn't. Maybe he's not really wanting to be a pirate, or he's real
Whatever.
down on the fact that his pirate's not working, because his piracy is not working in the beginning. He doesn't have a ship. He doesn't have a crew. Maybe he's depressed about it for the first time in life.
He's like gives up.
Yeah.
Right? And so that free Salazar, he doesn't even know Salazar's coming.
Yeah.
He's sleeping with some chubby floozy. Well, I don't know why she has to be chubby.
A bar wench, a well-fed, beautiful, but ugly.
Yeah, man, look, man. Hoes can be skinny too. Look, anyway.
We'll cut that out. Just in post, cut that.
Why, man? Look, anyway.
Leave it in there.
Keep going.
So, the Salazar shows up and, like almost kills him, whatever, maybe falls asleep in a boat on the water. And he's like, whoa, like a demon's hunting me. Where is this coming from? And he goes, the only way for me to stop a demon is with another demon. Who do I know that's like cursed underwater that's doing some undeadly shit?
Yeah.
Oh, my dude, Will.
Doing the Flying Dutchman.
Right, doing the Flying Dutchman underwater, hella cursed. So I'm going to get my cursed buddy to defeat this other cursed dude that I screwed over. And then while I'm doing that, I'm going to go ahead and get this Poseidon thing.
So I'm gonna add on to that. So him, trying to get another demon to get rid of it and try to get Will or whatever. Maybe he can't find Will, whatever, and he's way of tracking him down because he needs help or whatever. That would be a good way for him to segue and kind of run into Will's son, who's been looking for his dad, and so they join forces. So the son thinks, oh, you're my dad's friend. You're coming to get him. So because you have some friends, we save your friend, and he's like, oh, Jack Sparrow, you've been Jack Sparrow. I'm actually trying to save my butt. I don't really care about him. I need him to fight the other guy.
Because that's what Jack does.
So I can live.
But he ends up helping. Or he could also do a thing where maybe even giving Will Turner not so resigned to his fate. Maybe he does encounter his son in the beginning, but he also was like, I really want to break my own curse. So when he encounters Jack, Jack is like, if you help me, we'll get the Poseidon thing, and your curse will be broken, and I'll be free, and we can both. And he's like, and no, so now we have Will Turner, who actually has an emotional reason to try to find this person. He's probably the person with the most clear-cut emotional reason to be in the story, which he has a woman that he loves and a son that he doesn't really know because he's cursed. He's like, I want to get back to my family. So we bring him in, and so now he's roped in. He wants to do it because this will bring him back to his family. And then we can bring the son in.
Yeah, and then what you do is you get rid of that random girl.
I mean, we don't
Corina.
I mean, you know what it was?
Also introduce the fact that, I'm sorry, really quick. The fact that Henry's mother, Keira Knightley, was alive this whole time. I thought she was dead. I thought she was dead.
Gone.
I was like,
I felt like she was alive.
He looked like he was an orphan.
But I feel like every time
he was stealing some.
captured, you think that his mother would be trying to fight to get him out of any.
Because somebody said that she was like a pirate at some point.
She was.
Right? I don't remember that movie.
She was like ahead of the pirates. I think it was. I
definitely didn't remember.
Said like from the third movie or something like that.
Black,
she was ahead.
I don't think it was the third. Wasn't it the fourth one? Like the Blackbeard movie?
Where she became the head of all the pirates.
Yeah, you remember that, right? One of the movies. I don't know. They all were
Anyway, sure I saw the
with involving Kira. But then again, maybe the issue was that they couldn't get Orlando Bloom and Kira or whatever for a certain amount of scenes, and so they had to write around it somehow. So it's almost like we want to make a movie. You're tied to this franchise or whatever. It's gonna suck if you try to replace you with someone else.
Yeah.
But at least give us these cameos. So I'm gonna need Will to appear in the beginning of the movie and at the end of the movie, and then you're done. Here's your check.
One day of shooting. One day of shooting.
Just give me the beginning and the end. We need to see you kiss Keira Knightley on camera, and we're good.
However, the only reason I'm gonna play devil's advocate and come against that is because they do the Marvel after credit scene, which alludes to the next movie, because Jack is alluding to the next movie, but in the post-credit scene you see Orlando and Keira in bed sleeping, and then you see a thing where it looks like
Davy Jones.
Shadow, you only see Shadow. It looks like he's coming into their bedroom, and you see a claw or whatever, and then Orlando wakes up, and there's nothing, and so he embraces Keira, and they go back to sleep, and then it pans down to the bed, and you see barnacles and water on the ground. Side note, if all the curses of the sea were broken, why
is he still cursed?
Wasn't he killed though? Also, wasn't he killed before?
Doesn't matter. Why does he still have a crab hand? Curses lifted.
Yeah, exactly.
If you don't reset them zombie dudes back to human beings after being zombies for 20 years and blown up, mind you, if the curses reset, they should just die. Continue.
But they were live.
They
reset themselves back to
dead.
right?
So again, that brings up an interesting problem with the next movie, because the next movie has anything to do with curses or existing curses or David Jones specifically. They're going to have to explain why the trident didn't work unless it was a misinterpretation. But then we saw the results of people being taken out of their curse. So it's like,
from
I don't know what
the
ocean
will came back. Everybody, every curse was lifted. So it wasn't like it was like a.
Like you gotta point conditional. It's not like you gotta point the
it wasn't conditional unless they're like. But no, it wouldn't make it, because I was gonna say, unless you can make new curses of the sea after. Maybe it's not like a
because they said
but he was already.
He was already cursed.
But they also said that the Poseidon's trident contained all the curses of the ocean inside its crystal.
Well, that was the logic, because it was the ocean and all the curses come from the ocean. Therefore, the trident embodies all the curses, and the trident breaks the curses. That was they literally summed that up in 3 spans of time. That's the most biggest thing that was not explained very well. The idea that the trident, literally, it's the trident controls all of the ocean, and all the curses are from the ocean. Therefore, the trident controls the curses, and breaking the trident breaks the curses. And I'm just like,
that's a big deal.
That's a reach. But that's a
reach.
But
I feel like if we
did the witch tell you that before she left for a movie that we'll never see her in?
Okay.
Maybe.
And I feel like, if the trident is that important, shouldn't there be something there guarding it? Shouldn't there be a kraken or something there guarding it?
Moses was guarding it, but he went to get coffee.
And he was like, he comes back.
When he parted the sea,
is it really
exploding?
Is it really?
It was was like
it was
stuck in the ground.
not that far off an island.
I really, this would have been a great opportunity for them to introduce the Little Mermaid. I think with the trident and Ariel's father,
turn the movie into a musical.
I would have
singing.
I'm just saying. Oh my God, Sebastian is at the credit scene. It's not.
Oh,
It's not. Yeah. It's not Davy Jones. It's Sebastian. He's like, I'm gonna get your wife. And that's it. He's not cursed. He's not cursed. You know, because he's tired.
He was going to take care of Nightly and turn her into a mermaid.
Because you know what? He's tired of his boss, the king, disrespecting him in Atlantis. Yeah. So he's like, I'm gonna get my own.
And what does his boss, the king, have? Trident.
The trident.
Like, yo, go get my trident back. Who broke my damn stick?
Yeah. So it's Sebastian, you guys. At the scene credit, it's not Davy Jones. It's Sebastian coming to get revenge on behalf of King Trident. His name was King Trident. I just realized that.
No,
it was King Trident.
His name was King Trident.
So basically, what they could have done, they had
Under the Sea.
Right. They had a lot of extra elements that weren't necessary, and I feel like if they had tightened up some of these different elements that they had, they could have infused the story with better motivation, better plot points, not a whole lot of holes. I think a lot of the holes came about from stuff that wasn't necessary.
Can I just say one more thing? And this I'm about to probably expose how much I do not remember from the previous movies. But Will Turner, I know that he's cursed, you know, but he seems to be functioning and everything like that or whatever. Why does his crew automatically try to kill any human that enters the ship? Because he did make it seem like there was a sense of urgency while he had to get on the ship.
They know you're here.
Yeah, he was like,
that was weird.
I was wondering.
I didn't realize he was
on the
somebody else.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought that he wasn't the captain of the ship. I thought that maybe he was just a crew member on somebody else's ship.
But he killed the ship's captain, so
he's the captain.
He should be the captain, yeah. And then if that's the case, Will Turner, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and call you a deadbeat dad, but you got a ship, you got all these people under your legion. You could still hung with your family. Like, they just get on the demon ship. I can't come on land or whatever the rules are for the Flying Dutchman. And then, you know, leave. You know, like, you could have been there. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
He's probably embarrassed, man. Anyone's son sees
he's embarrassed? Yeah, I'm particle face. But do you see my ship, my immortality? Do you feel the magic that is me?
Son, shoot me with that musket.
I'm still going. I'm just saying.
Right. Well, that opening scene, though, like, I was just like, dude, this kid's just killing himself.
Right.
Oh, yeah. They totally played that suicide.
Because the way they did it was he tied
a bunch of rocks
to his foot, and he dropped the rocks in the ocean. He just kind of sunk down.
And he conveniently timed it and landed on
the
passing of the Dutchman.
The Dutchman that's moving hella quick, some ghost ship at the bottom of the ocean. How did you know?
Oh, it was moving?
I thought it just came.
I thought it was just there, and then because something hit it.
I thought it was moving.
I thought it was like a time thing where it like rises up at a certain time of the night, and then
that's
why.
Well, if that's the case, Ellie,
if that's the case, then why did he have to sink?
Yeah.
Why did he have to sink down? Why didn't he just
wait till it came
up and then climb up the ladder?
Right.
Can someone please tell us what the whole Flying Dutchman's curse is? Because I think I've forgotten about it. Because like, what is it like? Are you just bound to the ship and you just you're doomed to sail the earth eternally or whatever?
Yeah.
Because no offense, but that can be kind of manageable. That's a little manageable. Yeah. But if it's thinking like you're trapped underwater, you only come up and go down. You know, during certain times of day.
It was very quick though. He was only above water.
One conversation is all like, "Goodbye, son." I'm just like, you just don't.
Not even a full conversation. It was like
you didn't want to do
a 5-minute conversation.
Also, real quick.
What is it?
Another thing, last thing that I want to say, and I'm gonna let you guys finish this conversation. Motherfucking, why was everybody snatching necklaces off their fucking neck?
I thought that too.
Because that is take off when you are hard out here in these ocean streets, and you're out here trying to just like just really just
what's your Tinder? Son, remember me. Click. Or just like, damn, son.
Like put it on his neck.
No, you gotta rip it.
It did it like
all this makeup. You gotta reach behind it. No, just rip it off.
Man,
ain't nobody.
It was a lot.
Our suit doesn't have the flexibility to. No,
he would have to come up from a bunch of hair.
No, we're just gonna click, boom, there you go.
But yeah, it was problematic.
Well, I have a question. Jack Sparrow's ship. Did he always know that if he punctured the thing and put it in water?
No, he had to lift the curse. So Barbossa had the sword that lifted the curse.
Oh, that's what he poked the thing.
He had like Blackbeard's sword or some shit like that, and it lifted the curse. Number 2, so the ship is the fastest ship in the ocean, right?
Here it comes.
Black Pearl. Nigga, every ship in the ocean was catching up to the Black Pearl. Everyone, the British, the damn, everybody was just like catching up to it, man. Y'all are on a mission. Why y'all coasting?
Right.
Also, the British chasing them was like the most pointless.
Pointless. useless plot point.
That's what reminds everybody that they're pirates, because the British, the law is chasing them.
But they're the last thing you need to worry about is the law.
Exactly, because they just
like,
randomly
don't pirates have days off? Like, yo, man, the British aren't just out here always chasing pirates, dog. Like, unless they're doing
unless you're freaking Salazar.
Like, if I'm a cop and some dude's like some guy, an alcoholic, he goes, yo, man, I'm chasing this god stick in the ocean somewhere, and I'm a pirate. I'm like, yo, you're obviously drunk as fuck or high on some of that good opium, dude. Right. I'm a British cop. Unless the pirates are doing piracy things like really stealing ships, but if they're just off having magical quests, why are they still in chase?
Just let them have their magical quest.
Because they've stolen, need to pay, and go to jail, and do all that trial stuff, be hung.
Somehow the British started to believe the thing about the Trident and all that kind of stuff, because they're like, the British will be the power of the seas.
Oh, was that them trying to cast their bet? I'm done.
They were trying to get the Trident.
I can't. I'm done.
Yeah, so it was real confusing.
I don't know how I feel about this.
Yeah.
Let me just tell you, this review is full of a lot of questions.
Yeah, I'm not even quite sure on what's going on, to be quite honest. It seems to be a lot. I would prefer to not see a sequel to this movie, because I'm afraid what the else is going to be. But
I'll probably watch the sequel.
I'll probably see it anyways, because now I'm going
to rope him in.
I want to see what everybody else, what the critics are saying, and if this is going to pursue this franchise in this direction. Because, not to go into it or whatever, I think there was some kind of controversy with like Johnny Depp in his personal life and everything like that. That could have impacted the film and how it was filmed, how much screen time he had. Because I feel like he could have had more screen time for it to be a Pirates film, which is about him. But I don't know.
If this movie makes $500 million to
$1 billion, they're good.
They're like, he just beat a woman. Who cares? It's cool.
I feel like the theater it wasn't full though. The theater was not full.
No, it wasn't.
This is the day after it came out.
But we do go at a convenient time.
We do.
Inconvenient to others, but it's convenient for us. So, anyways, I think we're all pretty much good here, right?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I think we're just going to wrap this review up. You guys, again, if you guys are fans of the franchise, you love Johnny Depp, don't go to a movie looking for a lot of Johnny Depp. You won't get a lot of it. But if you like pirates...
You won't get satisfying.
You won't get... Yeah.
He'll be a character,
yeah,
but he won't have any emotional thrust or goal or motivation to be in this movie.
Yeah, in general, unless you're just a hardcore fan or whatever, there isn't really anything spectacular about this film outside the villain. If you want some inspiration for designs or whatever it is, Salazar is really what you're coming to see, and even then, like, the story kind of just puts like a hamper on it.
They didn't really milk it as well as they could have.
The movie became trivial.
Yeah.
Right? Like, all the things in the movie became, like, non-consequential, like, whatever,
Yeah.
But to kind of liven up the end of this review, I will say that we are looking forward to Wonder Woman next week or whatever. Yeah. So yeah, in the time slot, Wonder Woman June 2nd, I'm just going to put that plug there. I need something positive to say at the end of this video. All right, you guys, you've been watching.
My positive thing is I'm so glad to have had a critical movie, something to review critically finally, because we've had so many.
We liked every movie.
I really want to get into a critical review because I like doing these break the story down, make it better type things.
That's true. Yeah.
Anyway, but thank you. Anyway, thank you for watching.
And keep an eye out on our channel. We have started a new Storymatic series where we're making comics based on ideas that you guys choose.
Please help us. Please choose ideas for us.
That was the plug, everybody.
I'm gonna write some weird.
So feel free to like, share, and subscribe this, and please let's open discussion. If you guys can correct anything that we said, please say in the comments. We would love to hear your thoughts.
I'd rather be wrong on a lot of those.
No, I want to be wrong. Like I want to be wrong. Like, oh, you misunderstood. But at the end of the day, the point is you still need to see the other 4 movies before you watch this one to enjoy.
Yeah.
And that's a problem.
Exactly.
All right, guys. This is Aylin.
And I'm RS.
And this is...
I'm Aaron, Julius Purple, gold-plated, 2020, 2024.
And we have...
Sold.
See you later, Space Cowboy.
Got that one.
Saw it.
Hello, thanks for watching our video, and if you enjoyed it, please remember to click the like button below and subscribe for more LittleNerdyAX action in the future. Also, don't forget to leave any comments and share it with your friends. We will see you next time. See you later, Space Cowboy.
Boom, you got that one.